I think in the 60s there was a real clear idea that something was moving. There was a freedom, a liberation movement. It came about in the music. And so Bob Dylan represents that. So I'm going to sing this song. This is When the Ship Comes In. Time will come on when the winds will stop and the breeze will cease to be a breathing, like the stillness in the wind before the hurricane begins, the hour that the ship comes in, and the sea will split and the ships will hit and the shoreline's hands will be shaken. Tide will sound and the waves will pound and the morning will be breaking. Oh, the fishes were alive as they steam out of the tide, and the seagulls, they'll be a-smiling, and the sun will respect every face on wise men will remind you once again that the whole wide world is our foes will rise with the sleep still in their eyes, and they'll jerk from their beds and think they're dreaming. They'll pinch themselves and squeal, and they'll know that it's for real, the hour that the ship comes in. And they'll raise their hands and we'll meet all your demands, but we'll shout from the bow, your days are numbered. They'll be drowned in the tide, like Goliath, they'll be We're at this point of history where Messiah has come, he's gone back, but his mission is still continuing. That mission of true parents is still continuing. So this means that there's a new line, because in the same way as Abraham, even though he didn't fulfill the sacrifice, still through his son, Isaac, that mission could continue, and in the eyes of God, the mission was one. Abraham's mission was still continuing through Isaac. So because Mother has gone this way, Father is in the spirit world, but he made a foundation on the physical earth. So he's combining together with Jesus because they have the same mission. The mission is nothing other than the entire world of peace and happiness that God originally intended. So we have God, Jesus and Father together, and now Father's working with his physical foundation as in the days of Abraham. It's just perfect parallels happening. with Honjanim and Yona, who are representing the true parents. And in their family, we see further development of that same mission. The problem now is that we have had a 40, 50, 30, so many long years of understanding true parents are one. And it's just some of us special somehow, not because we're so good, but maybe because of our ancestors, because of our who knows what reason, that we could actually penetrate the fog of misunderstanding and penetrate the actual self-hypnotism in a way of just keeping on believing. Whereas the majority are still stuck in that way. They are one, they are one. So this is why we're in this sort of mix-up situation, and why it's very important we keep our clarity here. So this is a few words about why actually Mother is, how do we know she's gone? What did Father say to actually give hints that there was a danger that Mother was going to go off? On January the 18th, 2012, True Father stated, "This year I am 93 years old and Mother will be 70. Mother must be completed by being perfectly united with me and going over 70. Okay, so Father said that in January 18th, 2012. So that means a few months before his ascension, Father made it clear that his wife is not completed, Mother is not completed, but has yet to reach total oneness with God and with him. Had she already been one with God, there would be no need to say anything like that. Also, Father explained that Mother must walk a course of perfecting her unity with him, and spoke about this task on May the 11th in 2007. And he said, Mother must now perfect herself by June the 16th, 2013. Father intended to stay around. Basically, he did not want to go to the spirit world in 2012, because he's already said here, Mother must perfect herself by June 16th, 2013. He said that in 2007. So we got to think something happened in between. Now, Mr. Kamiyama, who lived with Father in Yesu, said on October the 15th, we all know Mr. Kamiyama, very close to Father, but he's been out in the wilderness courses, but he's knows deeply about a lot of things. He said on December the 15th, 2014, in order to know where Mother stands, he said, I have attended True Parents closely since 1972. Meanwhile, I witnessed Mother directly attending Father. She was so admirable, especially during the time when Father was in Danbury prison. Mother was so impressive, Father praised her and said, Mother endured really well by following me, who was in the circumstances of repeating the merciless battle. So Father's in the circumstance of repeating the merciless battle, and Mother endured really well. So Father actually testified in November 13th, 1991. However, Mother changed. Many times Father called her to Yesu. She rarely came. Many times Father lamented at the Yesu workshop site and said, Mother is not becoming one with me. And, quote, I do not know the reason why Mother is rejecting me. Not only I heard those words, but many of those who attended Ocean Workshop at that time heard such words. On January 19th, 2012, at Chongjong Palace, Father said during Hundok Hae, Mother is going a different path from Father. Mother is not listening to Father, and my orders to her to listen. This is more fearful than Lucifer. Those who follow such as Mother is doing are like small devils. those guys. That's a direct quote from Father, January 19th, 2012. Father is said to have held a ceremony having Mother pledge absolute obedience by letting Mother stand in front of Father with 4 people standing behind Mother. Jun Ho Suk, John Ho Yun, Sun Jo Hwang, and Peter Kim. This is based on a memory of the person who attended Hun Dok Hae. Just on his memory, because recording was prohibited at the Hun Dok Hae times in Father's later years by some executive move, not Father's direct instructions. But I am convinced this is true. I know this is true, says Mr. Kamiyama, because I witnessed Father saying such things in Yesu. Can you deny? Can anyone deny that Father said these words in Yesu and in Cheongpyeong Palace? And can anyone deny that such a ceremony took place? No, nobody can. So the best thing, of course, would be for the Church HQ to open all the recordings of that Hun Dok Hae and others to the public. Also, the HQ has the recordings of everything said in Yesu up to a certain point, apart from those ones which were not allowed. So they should make them publicly open. And here's the end. Basically, it would be easy to end the division in our movement by granting freedom of speech to everybody, starting with True Father, by allowing members to hear his words, to review what he actually said, based on opening the archives so that unificationists can listen and read all Father's speeches directly, especially what he shared in the later years of his life. From this viewpoint, it is clear that True Father is the first victim of no freedom of speech in this movement.
Yes.
And his words changed as well. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's my little talk.
Mm-hmm.